You've arrived at Smith and Wollensky on the Las Vegas Strip. James Smith from in this corner, and joined by the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Bermane Stiverne. He takes on Deontay Wilder January the 17th on Showtime Championship Boxing, right down the street at the MGM Grand. Welcome, champ. Good to see you.
Pleasure to be here.
Different kind of an atmosphere for an interview.
Right.
Let's start out and talk about, since we're at Smith and Wollensky and it's fine dining here, you're a heavyweight. You don't have to worry about, making weight or anything like that. But how do you handle your diet when you're training for a fight, as compared to when you're just normally hanging out and not having to train?
Actually, I do. I do have to make weight. I got my own weight that I want to be at the fight. So. Like any
so you have your own scale.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So like any other smaller weight or lightweight, or I do make weight.
How has your life changed since becoming WBC heavyweight champion of the world? What have been the major changes for you?
Major change? Not much. I really like to keep myself on the low key. I would say major change in the boxing world. People that actually watch boxing or spend time in front of TV, obviously they recognize me. I get that a lot, But personally, at home or when I'm alone, or I just keep it simple. I just keep it where I always.
Same Bermane as before.
Yeah, like before the title. And there's that time, where I actually leave, where I reside in Las Vegas. Sometimes I even forget I got the belt. And when you go up the stairs, the first thing you see is the belt. So sometimes like, oh.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I've seen you waiting to go to your seat, and you're just standing there nonchalant. Tell us about some of the things that have been special, your travels with people, things that you've done as the first Haitian heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, yeah, one of the first things that was to be kind of like the personal friend to the president. So that's very special, I got his personal line, his office, his cell phone. That's,
El Presidente.
Right. So, that's special to me. And probably one of the special moments that I had was maybe like a few weeks ago at the WBC convention. There was a lot of legends out there, pretty much all the best fighters that ever fought in boxing. And they were getting an award. And just for me to share the stage with these fighters, it was pretty special for me. It was a moment that I probably won't forget. To me, seeing Agler and Leonard, Tyson,
Manos de Piedra, Duran, and Holyfield, and Dazuma, and they're talking about you. I heard a lot of good things about you.
I'm on the stage and I'm getting what they're getting, so it was pretty special. It was pretty, and it happened at the right time also, probably about a month before the fight. So it gave me a little tap on the shoulder, and it was well appreciated. This is a moment that I can't forget.
And we all can't forget about what happened to Haiti. I think has it been 4 years now, I think, since the earthquake. How are they doing over there?
They're doing pretty good. Pretty good. They're building a lot. There's a lot of resorts now. That allows the country and the cities to create jobs, and to be back on their feet. So this is a good thing. There's still a lot of work to be done, but so far so good. I've seen a lot of things, better things, and it's going to a better direction right now.
Do you plan on going after the fight anytime soon?
Yes, I am.
Good,
yes, I am.
good. That's got to be so important to the people over there, to anybody over there, with what you've accomplished. Your style. I was breaking down some film the other day, and you're a mixed bag. I mean, I saw some Jersey Joe Walcott. I saw some Larry Holmes. I saw some Tommy Hearns with the left down. I've seen some Mayweather and contemporary. Describe the Bermane Stiverne style.
The way I see it is that I could adapt myself to any. When it's time to box, then I will box. When it's time to get into my how you call it?
The brawl.
The brawl, or when it's time to be in my my defense and like be like a turtle. You know, I could do that as well. But it all depends on who's in front of me and who I'm fighting.
Makes it difficult for your opponents, because against Areola, you did some of everything. Yeah. You walked him around, you baited him, you feinted him, you languished on the ropes, which I don't like to see, especially come on the 17th. Yeah. But it all worked. And but Areola was a fight that I had to get out of my comfort zone. I was Why?
Because there was a way to fight him, which both fights I prevail. People assume that me putting my hands down is the way I fight. It wasn't. Areola's the type of fighter that's really aggressive and likes to put his opponents in the rope. And at some point he get careless because they are in the rope, and he unleash a lot of punches and don't really care about his protection. So that's the reason why we used that tactic. Staying on the ropes with him and
kind of baiting him in.
Right, and then he's not a fighter that knows how to react to a right hand. You know, we've seen that when he fought Walker and when he fought Belina. He got hurt a couple times with other fighters, and it was a right hand. And this is what I picked up on. Now, when you want to talk about Deontay Wilder, this is going to be like night and day.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in just a second. But the only time and I forgot the dude's name, but I watched the fight where I thought it was a horrible stoppage, the one fight that you lost.
Right, yeah.
And I mean, because you were bitching and moaning right after the stoppage. You weren't hurt. You basically, but was that a situation where you just had a bad habit of playing around that day or that night?
No, you know, at that time, you know, I blame myself for this, and I always will. I think at the time I was 12-0 with 12 knockout, and I was knocking everybody out before the fourth or fifth round, and a lot of people was asking me, you know, you need to do more rounds, and you need to, you know, so that got to me, which it shouldn't have happened. But it got to me, and
good learning experience, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. At the time, you know, the first round I dropped him, and I didn't jump on him right away like I always did with my other opponent, and try to stop the fight. So I didn't, and I let him loose. And I think at in the fourth round, you know, I was in the rope, and he was throwing punches, caught me with a right hand. I wasn't that hurt. I think.
You weren't even wobbly, to be honest.
So as we were exchanging, I don't know, the referee saw something or whatever, but he stopped the fight. But you know, at the time, you know, it was I was really mad and disappointed, and I couldn't even blame the referee, because that was my mistake. Yeah. It was my responsibility to make sure that if it's one round, if it's 30 seconds of the first round, then that's how it is. You know, I shouldn't listen to other people or people that's telling me that I needed to do more rounds. But you know, after that loss, I learned a lot. I really asked myself after that if this is what I really want to do. Things had to change. A couple of different things. I mean, I was just
a good lesson for young fighters that you can actually learn from a loss.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Sometimes winning a world title in the impressive manner which you did it, sometimes it automatically makes a fighter 25% better from the get-go.
Right, because it's funny you said that, because as soon as I entered the gym and I started doing shadow, I felt me doing the shadow and exercise, I felt different. Different when it comes to feeling good, feeling stronger, feeling, so.
How much of that too is up here, mental?
To the roof.
Yeah.
To the roof. It's not something I could explain. It's just you got this feeling like with your body, and like your body and your mind just
come together.
Yeah, agree.
Is part of it though responsibility? Because I know you take pride in you're the heavyweight champion of the world, and then there's Klitschko, but you're the heavyweight champion of the world. There's there was a time when it was the most coveted prize in all of sport, but still with other athletes, no matter who's playing this weekend on the NFL, who's in the NBA, you're the heavyweight champion. There's a great responsibility, in my opinion, that comes with that.
Yeah, it is. There is, no doubt. There is. Even after the fight, it's not, I also realized that it's not just about being champion in the ring. I think 75% or 80% is outside the ring. It's the way you carry yourself, your vocabulary, everything is every little.
And it's a little different. Even I grew up with and was lucky enough to be around Ali when he was just like you, right around the corner from major fights, even the biggest with Joe Frazier. But I can't ever remember a time where he didn't sign an autograph. The same with you, but he wasn't under that, Facebook, Twitter. There's so much pressure every second now for an athlete like you of today. Right. I mean, is somebody filming us now other than us? Talk about that. What is that? Is that put a lot of, or do you enjoy that? You relish being under that pressure because you're kind of a quiet guy.
Right. I'm not really.
Kind of like me, a very quiet, humble guy.
Not really. I'm not really big on social media like that, but I do. I do have accounts. But it's funny sometimes. I get a lot of fans that, people that I don't even know. I don't even never seen in my life, and they're telling me that they've been a fan since, and I'm the best, and this and that, and I'm like, oh, that's nice, And you also got the other ones that
that wannabe heavyweight champions.
Don't know me from scratch, and just write me some obscene like.
Do you have any marriage offers? Because I get them all the time. So let's talk about January the 17th, right down the street at the MGM Grand. Deontay Wilder, 32-0 with 32 KOs. Big guy, long guy. Don't know anything about him after round 4. Don't know about his chin or his heart. I think he's a one-dimensional fighter. Right. He's a big guy with a big right hand, and I haven't seen much else. But what's your opinion of Deontay Wilder as a fighter?
I don't have any.
Why? You've seen. I know you watch tape. You've seen him.
Right. I think he's very immature. That's my opinion. Immature. I think anything he does is for the public.
Do you think he realizes what he's got in front of him?
No, he doesn't. I think he got his 32 wins. He takes pride to that, and anybody would. That's a great record. Mm-hmm. That's the best record, even better record than Muhammad Ali. I just think that he runs with that and gets comfortable with that, which you can't do. But nevertheless, this is not my career. My career been handled pretty good. I think I did pretty good this far. I don't think he's ready for this, for what's coming, or deserve to fight for the title. But this is who I have to fight, and this is who I will fight.
Are you happy you're fighting him?
You know what, in some ways, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am,
Why?
I am. You know, I always wanted to fight the best.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what champions do. I'm not here to duck anybody. Whoever is next is whoever's next. And today, he has the title of the best American heavyweight. You know, on paper, I can't ignore him. I can't dismiss him or ignore him. His record on paper speaks for itself. It's a beautiful record. But when it comes to skills and having been there, done that, he hasn't been there yet. And I really think that his real first professional fight will be next week.
Well, I'll break down the fight for the fans on Fight Week, but one of the things I've enjoyed, you know, being around you at camp before and Don House, you guys strategize, and it's kind of fun. It brings me back sometimes to my days with the old school fighters. And for as much as you can give away, what's your game plan? What's your fight plan for the 17th that you can say?
My fight plan. This is going to be a short night. Bad attention. Really, really bad intention. Like I said before, I didn't train to defend my belt. I trained to hurt him, and I trained to hurt him really bad, and I am going to hurt him really bad.
So it's personal.
If it was personal, it would be a life threat, but there's none of that. It's not personal. When it gets personal, is you got emotions, and emotions sometimes distract you from your game plan.
Can lead to mistakes.
Right. It's not like that.
Well, do me a favor. Look into that camera right there and tell the fans what to expect Saturday the 17th when you defend that WBC belt against Deontay Wilder.
It's going to be a great night, a short night, a lot of pain, and I will remain heavyweight champion of the world. And
your goals? I know you don't think beyond, but you think beyond. What are your goals beyond knocking out Wilder?
Keep going forward, defending my title.
Klitschko, Vladimir, is that something that's on your plate? Not here at Smith and Wollensky, but is that something on your plate? I can tell by the smile it is. You can't fool Smitty.
No, you can't fool Smitty. I'll get the answers you want right after the fight.
All right. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. Then we'll see you after the fight. Before you beat up Mr. Wilder, let's eat up here at Smith and Wollensky. Thanks for joining us, champ.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure.